Now, if that wasn't the coolest thing you've ever seen in your entire life, then maybe I need to get out more. Anyways, what's up, guys? OneunderK, the low effort Let's Player here. We're gonna play some custom Robo. Oh, well, yeah, that was a file I just made to test to see if it was gonna work or not, and it did. Or else we wouldn't be here. Now, would we? So, I'm not really gonna do any long intro for this. Custom Robo is essentially a little robot battler game. If you ever thought, hey, what if Gundams were really small and they fought in like little digital arenas, then that's this. This first part's gonna be really long because like the first 40 minutes of this game is unfortunately exposition, story, tutorial, blah 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 blah, that kind of fun stuff. And it's a little annoying that it's like that. So right now we're getting a little bit of backstory on our character, which is the question mark. Story in this section's a little bit generic. We always have, you know, these kinds of games. Missing parent, dead parent, sick parent, or the other one is evil parent. And, you know, this one, he's just like, oh, you know, your dad's like, oh, take this cool watch and never take it off ever. Ever, never. No matter what you're doing. Never take the watch off. And then he goes missing. I'm not gonna, like, do any voices for dialogue or anything. I'm gonna let that be up for you guys. Just pause and read, because if I sit through all this dialogue, we're gonna be here for like 3 hours, you know, episodes-wise, and tutorializing everything, and with all this friggin' exposition. Listen, the sighs make it sound like I don't like it. I don't like this game. I love this game, but holy fuck, I just want to battle robots. And this is our landlord. You know, waxing ears? Yeah, hey, fuck you, Lucy. Blah, 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 blah. I wish I could sleep till past noon. And that's us. Look at our beautiful, generic anime boy hair. And look at my completely original commentary about how a lot of anime protagonists look similar. God, I'm so good at this. You see, that's actually really cool. That, like, step over here and then all of a sudden all your clothes just get changed. That's fucking hype. I wish I had that. I gotta say, this is a pretty nice apartment, but it's also not feature complete. Like, where's the kitchen? That's not a kitchen. Is that a kitchen? No. Is there more rooms to this house? No. So, our entire apartment consists of a desk with is this a desk? Or a table? Like a keyboard? Or I don't even know. A TV that is very broken. A parts generator for custom Robo, even though we don't have one. And a nice chair. We also got a pretty good view of outside, but that's about it. Anyway, I'm going to spend more time wasting our time than the game will if I keep doing this. Alright, Lucy, whatever. You worried about me and rent and fucking my dad dead? Cool. Good boy. Good. Want my dad to become a commander? Yeah. So, like I said, dad's missing / dead. And okay. Commander's a person who controls a custom Robo. Yeah. So that's what we're gonna try and be, is a commander in following the footsteps of our father. And I'm gonna do this right now before it gets real bad. text speed, please, very fast. No, not quit. Return game. Yeah, I'm playing this on Dolphin, but I'm also playing it with a a Switch Pro controller, because I didn't feel like unplugging my GameCube adapter from my Wii U and then trying to set up the GameCube controller and then having all like the, you know the typical GameCube controller sounds. You know, that kind of shit. I didn't want to have that going on the entire time, so I tried to find the quietest controller possible. No, I've not worked as a bounty hunter, sir. Okay, Ernest. Friggin'. I can't afford. Do you guys got a spare, Robo? Okay, Harry. Okay. Hold the fucking phone. I don't remember her doing that. Yeah, so he's not gonna hire an amateur. I don't get Harry's anything. Like, look at his style. He's got half a set of overall, like, the overalls, one strap with a camo shirt, like a high-collar camo shirt underneath it, and then some skin-tight leggings underneath that, and then gigantic fucking high tops. And then hoop earrings and a mullet, and then glasses. Like, I don't know what kind of look this man's going for. I'll do anything. Alrighty. I guess while all this is going on, we can just talk about the game. So, Custom Robo is a series near and dear to my heart. It was one of, like, the only GameCube games I had growing up. Like, I had a decent amount of GameCube games, but it was, like, one of the first ones I, like, fell in love with. That and Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. They were just fantastic games. I'm big into RPGs, but at the same time, I'm not big into JRPGs, and yet both of those are JRPGs that I just mentioned. Like, I guess I'm not a fan of the Final Fantasies. I'm not a fan of, Skies of Arcadia, Grandia. I'm not a fan of Xenoblade Chronicles, really. I mean, I didn't play Xenoblade Chronicles X or whatever, the one on Wii U, but I just didn't like the direction that Xenoblade Chronicles on Wii took. And so I just, not really into that. But this game is very... I don't even know. I wouldn't even really call it an RPG. Kinda. Yeah, what do you mean funny, Harry? Because there aren't really stats, per se. There's no level up system. There's no fetch quests. There's no open world. It's like a lot of... Oh yeah, I'm playing on widescreen, so you're going to see things pop in and out on the sides of the screen where they weren't meant to display. The only part of this that I would consider a role-playing game is because it is a linear story. We play a set thing, and there are parts to upgrade. Not upgrade. You get parts, and you get to customize your Robo between everything. So maybe, like, closer to action-adventure. I hate that genre, though. So, it's a toughie. I don't know where to place this game because it doesn't really have a proper genre. I get, So right now we're dealing with the police are failing to fight law-abiding criminals. And see, what I want to know is they've got an extra cop right there. And something that you'll see in a moment, you can very clearly see where I'm going to go with this. Alright, so Harry's going to try and fight this spare criminal, or burglar. And we're gonna go interrupt his battle, and Harry's gonna get knocked on his ass. And so what I want to know is, why can't that police officer right there, I wish you could see me pointing, but why can't that police officer right there just go up to one of those burglars and just fucking tackle him and handcuff the asshole? Like, I don't see why can't we do that? And why couldn't the burglar do the same thing? He was just standing around. You know, at least for him, he's got to be searching for something, because they're trying to steal some special Robo. But the police officer, he's just standing there like a fucking idiot. Someone demote this man. Yeah, see, that's the thing, is they're trying to... Yeah, our guy is trying to become a Robo commander in the you know, following his father's legacy and everything, and he doesn't even know what the fuck a Robo looks like. You know? Harry and the police are having a tough time. They shouldn't be. Like I said, why aren't you... do you have any... You can do it, men. Don't let those bounty hunters go. Oh, what? That's why you guys are awful. That's why you guys are failing. Is because you... I could spend all day complaining about him. Harry, I'm totally gonna help you. Get fucked, idiot. Borrow his Robo because everyone's are, you know, special for them. You know, you gotta register it with your eyeballs to scan it. I wonder where I ought to go. Someone explain this to me. Where do I go? Where do I go? If somebody leave down in the comments if you know where I should go, because I'm fucking lost. No. What do I do? What do I do? Someone help. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm just gonna press it. I'm not gonna ask Harry for his opinion. Like I said, this part's gonna be really, really long in comparison. Because, look at this. We're like, what, 15 minutes into this thing? And I haven't even played my first match. But we're about to fix that issue right now. Alright, yeah, I know how to play the game. I got it. And so, here we go! We're about to fuck this guy up. Alright, so we're gonna customize our Robo. We don't have any parts. But, you know, this is what we've got to work with. Let's see. Oh, the thing I want to do. You're allowed to change our colors, so I'm going to go with blue. I'm just going to go with that. Can we check our opponent out? Alright, so he's got different model, but everything else is standard. And I can't look at his stats per se. I can just look at the description. And the Coliseum data. So before every fight, we get to check out everything, prepare ourselves, because if we know a fight's going to take place in a long terrain, you know, a big area with a lot of walls, you can switch to a Robo that's got better mobility, and then switch to some legs that have better dashing and stuff like that. As of right now, we're stuck with the bog standard experimental Robo and, you know, standard parts. Every fight starts off with a cube launch into cube countdown, and then we're off. So as I was saying before, because this isn't going to be a difficult fight, Custom Robo, one of the games very near and dear to my heart. Really fun game, a lot of content, good post-game. There's like a whole separate tournament post-game. You might have seen it before on the menu screen. It said New Journey and Grand Adventure, Grand Battle or something like that. And that is a whole separate post-game for each file, which is really nice. And we're not going to see it for a while, but there are a lot of parts in this game. Some of them are even considered illegal parts, which means that they're usually just, like, so disgustingly overpowered that you're not allowed to use them in normal play. Or quote-unquote normal play, because the rules are set by the game. So, you get fucking put on his ass. Oh yeah, cool. We wrote memory card contents to my folder. Oh, fuck. Forgot how intense it is to lose a battle. Like, Harry's... I always forget that Harry's isn't, like, the exception to the rule. Alrighty, he's just gonna tell us how to fight. Got it. Drop the bomb, blast the pod. So yeah, I've been using just the gun so far. I could have been using the bomb and the pod, but they're practically useless currently until we get some of the better bombs and pods. The standard gun is all I'm gonna need. See, because like that's what the bomb I'm working with. It's like that. Does nothing, and the pod I'm working with does that. Goes up and then down, and then it just kind of flies in any random direction. It doesn't really help us. But we can charge it. Oh, okay. But we can charge into Robos with the X button and keep them juggled in the air. So when they hit rebirth state, that means they're completely invincible. And when they're in the down state, I believe they take slightly less damage. My biggest complaint about this game is, besides the extra long tutorial, which for someone who's played this game way too many times, like far more than I'm happy to admit, that and the fact that in this one you unlock parts in a set order. Like, no matter what I do, I will always unlock the three-way gun first, which is, I think we get that either after this one, or, yeah, I think we get it after this one. We get a gun to switch to, but that's it. So, if I want to use some cool shit, I gotta wait until the story says it's time for me to use it. But it's not, it never gives me story items. It's not like it's restricting me for an item. It's like, you know, then into a part, I can't beat this guy, and then, you know, oh, use this part. As far as I remember, they ever do that. It's just kind of like, yeah, you unlock some shit. Congrats. If you want to use it, you're more than welcome to. And I mean, I guess it's nice because then you're always getting new stuff, and you're not just picking stuff that you think looks nice, you know, like, oh, I like the way that sounds, you know. And then you never pick the stuff that you're not interested in. You get stuff randomly. Well, randomly. You don't know the first time around, obviously. So when you get an item, you're like, oh, that looks, you know, like that's new. Let me try it out. Yeah, you can attack these guys in cubes, whatever you want to call them. I think they have like an official name, but I just call them cubes. Like they're Robo cubes. I think they have like a different name for it when they're actually just in their countdown. Yeah, these fights are gonna be simple. That's why I'm just gonna include them all in the same part, because these are trivial. Once I promise you, this all ramps up after this. Just that this first section is like we're not even halfway done with our tutorial stuff, and I don't even want to check how long we are into this episode, but I'm gonna. $20 minutes. Wow. Okay. See? Oh, twin flank pod. That was the first thing I unlocked. And then I get the three-way gun at the end. Alright, we're gonna finish this guy off, and then I think I'm gonna call the episode after that. Because I'll just, you know, I say we're not halfway done, and we're not. We're about halfway done now. Actually thinking about it, but It's about a 40-minute thing, so I guess I'll just split the tutorial up into 2 parts so you're not sitting here for 40 minutes like, when is it going to get good? And bear with me, everyone. I hope that I can improve myself as a commentator and as a YouTube personality over time, but this is literally my first solo commentary kind of dealie. I'm usually just hanging out with Session and Co. You know, if you've ever seen Heroes in Full Session, you know who I am, most likely. And if you haven't seen Heroes in Full Session, fix that shit. Like, go watch his shit instead of mine. But I'm not really a solo commentator, so just bear with me. I promise you I'll at least give you quality gameplay, and if you don't like my voice, I don't blame you. Just mute it. And I know that's not a good way to start off is, hey, I might be annoying, so just mute my video and just watch the, you know, watch the gameplay, and there's no point in commentating. But just, like I said, just bear with me. See, there is the 3-way gun. Fucking destroyed. Okay, we got all of them. Alright, cool. See, like, and that's another thing. I was talking about, I was making fun of Harry's, like, style before. But, like, what is that? Is that, like, a key card? Or is that, like, a name tag on his, on his overalls? And do we have, like, a giant zipper? Like, I can't really tell what's going on here. I like the look of our character, at least. Oh, hey, look, it's Roy. Roy, what are you doing here? Go back to Fire Emblem. Wah, wah, wah. Bad joke. I think half of this this video is just gonna be me taking the piss out of my own commentary. But seriously, I don't like Harry. Okay, I'm not. Was that your brother? My brother. She's my older sister. And you can tell she's important because she's attractive. Alrighty, so we get to finally name our character. So he's just talking about how she's gonna let us keep Rayo 1, and how Harry was like, yeah, he's not really with us. We just kind of like took him to like scare him out of trying to join. And then she's like, oh well, I'll just tell Ernest outright to, you know, I'll put a recommendation in because Ernest has got the hots for Linda, and so does Harry. So now we get to finally name our guy. Alright, I'm just gonna have to go with the tried and true name for all of my characters across all time periods. Dingus. Nice to meet you. I remember one time I made a character named... I named him, instead of Dingus, I named him Fuck You. And there's a part coming up where Harry says, oh, I almost forgot, or by the way, and then says your name, so it's just like, oh, by the way, fuck you. So, that's all it was about. It was funny, though. Take care of Rayo 1. I'm going to be putting this guy on the sidelines as soon as I get a better Robo. So, yeah, he'll be taken real good care of when I put him in a fucking cardboard box in the corner of my room. He ain't moving from that spot. Yeah, I got one of those in my apartment. Yeah, my dad just installed a parts generator in our apartment because he was a Robo Commander. Yeah, I know how to... Okay, cool. I know how to... Just talking... Okay. Okay. Yeah, I got it. Shut up. Okay. Fucking Christ. Oh my god. Alrighty. Well, I think we're gonna have to call this episode here, because the next task is for us to walk around and talk to every one of these guys. So that's going to be an interesting start to another episode. Well, if you made it this far, congrats. Give yourself a pat on the back. Go get some cookies or something. You deserve it for sitting through this. And that's it. I'm OneunderK, and I hope you enjoyed. And if you didn't, well, I can't blame you. So, on part 2, we will continue the tutorial. Goodbye.